Hello, everyone. It's Spooks, and welcome back to another visual novel reading. Today we will be reading chapter 9, I believe, of Her Lie I Tried to Believe. It's getting pretty fucking crazy. Since the last video, we have found out that she was being abused, she has ties to the mafia, they went to Vegas, almost got into a bar fight, and then she started carving her name into his belly because he wanted her to. So we officially know that both of these motherfuckers are crazy. Let's find out what happens next, shall we? The next day, I woke up with one of those fucking headaches. The ones where you can't even stand straight. Probably because they got hella wasted last night. The first thing I noticed was the blood on the bed sheets. At first, I thought she might have been on her period, but soon I remembered the reason as I tried to get up on my feet. My stomach was stinging as hell. When I looked at what she's done, I was extremely disturbed. She didn't go easy on me, alright. Not that I would have wanted it any other way. Why are you disturbed if that's what you wanted? I'm so confused. I ought to think of buying rubbing alcohol, or else it will start infecting like shit. The next thing I noticed was my face in the mirror. The guy didn't go easy on me either. My right eye was swollen, and I had a nasty bruise on my cheek as well. She too looked rather pathetic herself. Her ass and lower back were quite irritated, probably because of me keeping on pushing her to the ground the night prior. And I must have been a bit too rough during sex last night since she had faint blue marks on her forearms. And we're not even talking about the headache she must have had too. So what did we do first thing in the morning? We started drinking. What else? Of course. We already looked fucking disastrous, so we needed to at least play the part as well. And after a couple of beers, I can proudly say that the headache had subdued considerably. So when it is all said and done, it wasn't such a bad idea in the end. She wanted to go to the Ferris wheel. Oh, that's where the Ferris wheel comes in. I was wondering. Because when the game is loading, there's a Ferris wheel when they show the name of the game. I just realized that I never showed the opening screen. So, yeah, anyway. Yep, there's a Ferris wheel in Las Vegas. The biggest in the world, even. Really? I didn't know that. I thought it would have been like the London Eye or something. It is called the High Roller Ferris wheel, if I've remembered correctly. It's a huge thing that takes up almost 30 minutes simply to make one complete rotation. And even though I tried to explain to her it would be best to ride that kind of attraction during the night, she wouldn't listen to any of it. As if the damn thing would run off on its own or something. He's right. I think Ferris wheels are better at night, although I am deathly afraid of heights. There's a Ferris wheel, like, really... well, not really close to my house, but like relatively close to where I live, and I am never going on it because it is really, really big and really, really scary. To me, anyway. In the end, I had no other choice but to comply with her nagging demand. Sometimes she can be very persuasive, I should say. Not that I actually want to explain why. So her first statement upon seeing the thing from up close was... Whoa, it's so huge. It might be a bit too scary now that we're actually here. Girl, same, I feel you. Don't even worry. Shit. You're not going to pussy out on me here, are you? You were the one who dragged me all the way here. So now there's no way I'm going back without seeing what on top of it. You hear? Some of these sentences are really weird. It's probably just some clouds and stuff. Let's just go, alright? Oh, no. You won't run away that easily. I put my arm around her hips and bring her really close to me. Why is it so, like, the effect they use, it's so harsh. She's become pretty much my prisoner the moment I got a hold of her. Okay. Oh, what are you doing? Let go. Let go. I don't want to go. Oh, you sure you want me to let you go? She blushes the moment she hears my words, and finally says faintly as though she's surrendered. No. Please keep holding me like this. She almost seems like a prisoner. That's kind of sad. In the end, she did ride it, but she sat on me the whole time. Since it's the biggest Ferris wheel in the world, the passengers' cars are quite spacious indeed. The advantage being that we can stand inside and walk from one end to the next, but the downside is that we're forced to ride it with strangers, and that, in and of itself, is a deal breaker for me. The idea of even riding it was scaring the shit out of her earlier, but now she's completely engrossed in the view, pointing towards things we've seen on her way over here, or making comments on things she thought was bigger and whatnots. I wondered if she was even scared to begin with. Maybe it was all just an act to be able to sit on me the whole ride. What a sly woman. Still, she earned it the moment I bought it. Suddenly, she broke her easygoingness and took a tone she doesn't usually take. Tim, answer me seriously, alright? I'm always serious. Yeah, we've noticed. What was up with her? I didn't like the way she was bringing things along. She removed her glasses and looked at me in the eyes. See, I knew she wore glasses. Do you regret coming all the way here with me? What are you saying, idiot? I was the one who brought you with me. There's no way I would regret any of it. Why does he keep calling his girlfriend an idiot? That's like really mean. Yeah, but that's because it still hasn't been a week since we ran away. In no time, I'm sure you will change your mind, and when that time comes, you'll hold it against me. Since when do you care what I think of you? That's a good question. She averts her eyes from mine and gazes at the ground instead. She doesn't ignore my senseless words like she normally does. I might have really hurt her this time around. I guess I always had poor tact. As long as I have your name on my stomach, I won't forget the reason we've done this. And if I forget nonetheless, you'll be the one reminding me. Alright? If only I could. What does that mean? She takes my face in her hands. She traces every turn and corners of it before kissing me dearly. You're so gentle. You're the most gentle man I've ever known. And I've noticed this kindness since the first moment I laid my eyes on you. There are other people in this cart with them. So I'm just wondering what it must be like to be the other people. What is she saying? She must be blind, or else I'm the only man she ever looked at. No, I'm a vile and disgusting man. Anyone will sooner or later hate me. Even her. I should be the one saying this to her, that she's gentle, that she's perfect. Yet, I say none of those things. I know the moment I open my mouth, I'll destroy this moment that seems so perfect. Chapter 10. Something more cozy. After the ride, she told me she wanted to change hotel room. I didn't understand why. Our current one was already more than enough for the little we actually used it for. But again, she pestered me, saying things like, I want something more cozy, and it's with the money I've won, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? I didn't really care either way. The only thing that was a bit of a letdown was the fact that we've already paid for our old hotel room for another 2 nights, so it was kind of a waste. And since we didn't have an infinite amount of money, we would sooner or later be confronted with the fact that we're not beyond the law of society. So maybe then you guys should stay there for another 2 nights? While driving around for a while, she finally said, "There, let's go there." I parked in front of the thing reluctantly and stated the obvious. What the fuck do you mean there? It's a fucking motel. Our old place is way better than this shithole. But I would feel much more comfortable in this one. Why? Do you want bed bugs? Like, what the fuck? No! Shit! Oh my god, I'm sorry. I accidentally clicked, so I have no idea what he said. Anyway. The type of cheap-ass motel you often see on TV, where you park right in front of your room, a nest of prostitutes. That's what this place is. There probably isn't even one security camera installed here, else there would be a lot fewer clients using the damn place. It's not the type of place you would normally call cozy, but then again, I'm supposed to be with a prostitute right now, aren't I? I'll go take care of the room. Wait right here. She says so while getting out of the car. No, I'll come with you. No, that's alright. I want to do this on my own. Do this on her own? What is she babbling about? Is she trying to be more independent or something? Doesn't she realize that she's already 21? I decided to close my mouth and wait. Nothing good would come from arguing with her. She returned after 5 minutes, and we entered our new room. It was pretty plain like I imagined it would be. I put down the little we brought with us on the floor, and she instantly says, "Let's go to a bar or something. It's on me." But we've literally just arrived. But I want a drink, and I know you want to too. Let's have some fun like yesterday. Sure. Let's have fun every day from now on. I wanted to say those words. I wonder why I forced myself not to tell them. I wonder why I always forced myself to do things a certain way. Chapter 11. The best day of her life. These chapters are definitely getting shorter. We drank, and later that night, we danced. We went to a club this time around. I was not a good dancer at all. Very awkward indeed. Same. But she didn't care. She smiled nonetheless. She would always smile no matter what. And it was a beautiful night. A beautiful night. Something I would rarely even notice before then. This week was the best days of my entire life, she pointed out while moving close to me. We were on the dance floor, but didn't move with the crowd. We were standing there, looking at each other, moving slowly while eating each other's eyes. Interesting. Her eyes were things out of this world. This does look like the place where you would say these kinds of things. I looked around. There were a lot of beautiful colors flashing. The music was moving us without our consent, and the ambience gave the impression that we're on top of the world. It was a beautiful night indeed. I'm not talking about this place, she said without blinking. Nor am I talking about this city. I'm talking about you. Only you. Do you believe me? Yeah, I do. How could I not with those eyes of hers? Good. She kissed me deeply for a long, long time. Shen muttered out something I had a hard time understanding because of the music. But you shouldn't. What did you say? She touched my lower abdomen. Nothing. She hugged me for the most part of the night. I was happy there was no accident tonight. No shouting, no pushing. I was glad. How stupid I was, not understanding that the night has yet to be over. We were so drunk we had no other choice but to finish the night at our old hotel room. It was conveniently a lot closer to the club we were at than the atrocious motel room she rented earlier today. It was when she was taking a shower. I noticed something on the ground. A business card or something. I unconsciously took it roughly into my hands and studied it. It was a man's, and on the back it was written, "Call me." Already I was pissed. I didn't know why. She got out of the shower and dressed up, and then I instantly confronted her. "What the fuck is this?" She glanced at the piece of paper with no reaction. "I don't know. What is it?" "Don't fuck with me. It's written 'Call me' at the back. Who is he?" "I have no idea." "Henry." I read the name on the card. I noticed a slight reaction on her part. "So you know him?" "Well," she starts off, "there was a man who tried to talk to me while you were buying us a drink. He told me his name was Henry, but I didn't want to talk to him, even less take his card. Always conveniently while I'm away." "Then what is this then?" I throw the card at her. I don't know. He must have put it inside my coat pocket or something. You know I wouldn't do that, babe. ... I start walking toward the exit. "Tim? Where are you going, Tim?" "None of your business." "No, wait, Tim, you're not thinking of finding that guy, are you?" "And what if I am?" ... Exclamation point. I don't know how to read that. She instantly tries to get in between me and the door. Seeing that she can't pass in front of me, she quickly decides to hug me tightly from behind instead. "Get away from me." "No, don't leave me like this. This was supposed to be a night for the both of us." "Don't you understand they're all making fun of you? I don't care. Let's drink. Let's have sex. Let's have some fun together. That's the only thing that matters to me. Don't you understand that tonight is very important to me?" What's so special about tonight? Is she trying to control me? She is, isn't she? Trying to make me feel as though I'm so important to her. Then, all of a sudden, a thought crossed my mind. There was no logic behind it. The booze must have been at it. Yet, I was so compelled to think it true. "Is that why?" I asked her as I thought she knew what I was referring to. I asked her as though she knew what I was referring to, sorry. "Why what?" "Is that why you rented that other room at the motel? To meet with some other men? That's why you pushed me to drink past my limit all night? Huh? Huh? Wait, no! There's no way I would do such a thing. You keep telling me this, but is that even true? You're a prostitute after all, aren't you? I don't even know you." I don't know her. I thought I did, but there's no way such a girl would love a loser such as myself. The moment those words leave my mouth, I see it in her eyes. I see that I've hurt her more than I ever did. Still, her hold on me never weakened, even then. It irritates me to such an extent. I said, "Get off of me." She refuses still, so I shake her off aggressively. The result? She hits her head hard on the right wall next to us and falls to the ground pitiably. I froze stiff. I didn't mean to hurt her. I instantly look back at her to make sure she's okay. "Are you all right?" I need to help her. Those were my thoughts until... I'm fine. Thanks." She flashes me a bright smile, even though she looks quite in pain. I still don't understand that. I have no right to help her. I try again to direct myself to the door, but she gets a hold of my leg in return. I'm confused. You have no right to help her? Why? Like, at this point, aren't you her boyfriend? Man, this shit is confusing. Also, I need to hydrate myself. Please, don't go. ... A lot of dots, a lot of ellipses. I tried to walk nonetheless, but she puts her everything to it. The thought of shaking her off almost becomes a reality. But then I remembered what I just did. So instead, I just dropped down to the floor and sat right next to her, defeated. She lies her head down on me as if nothing had ever happened. Yet, I still felt anger. What a kid I am. Later on, I drank the bottle of champagne all by myself and passed out in front of the door, thinking of blocking her way if she ever had the thought of trying to leave. I don't know, should I stop it here? Chapter 12, Something to Realize Sooner. Oof, I think this is... Okay, we'll continue. The next day, I felt disgusted with myself. Not because I was hungover or anything of the sort. No. The moment my eyes opened, I knew. I knew I did something wrong. I didn't remember all that much. Probably the effect of the alcohol. But I knew nonetheless. Why was I always acting so childish? Even if she did want to see other men, who was I to try to stop her? I knew all along, right? That she's a prostitute. She's been sleeping with men before me, and will after me. Yet, I am always so... Jealousy is a byproduct of love. Or so they say. I should apologize. If I apologize and explain myself, then maybe I can salvage a bit of this relationship we have together. It was only when I laid my eye upon her that I understood. Understood that I went too far. Is she dead? Oh no, she's not dead, okay. Oh shit. She was doing something for breakfast. She wasn't the type to cook, so what she was doing was pretty straightforward. But when she turned around to ask me if I wanted eggs with my toast, that's when I noticed. Was I the one that did this to you? She unconsciously touched her forehead by my words and looked down on her feet right after. No, baby, that wasn't you. I remember having pushed her yesterday, but was it really that strongly? On her forehead, there was a nasty black mark. On the side of her lips, there was bruise too. You can't see her forehead though. And I also noticed that she had difficulty walking, even though she was trying so hard to hide it. Then I remembered those voices inside of me, pushing me, almost pleading with me to destroy her. I went too far. Now I realize it. All of this. We can't go on like this anymore. If we continue even for a night longer, I might really kill her. Even though I brought her here to protect her from them, I now realize that I was the one she should have been protected from. I need to end this. Maybe if I act quickly enough. Maybe it isn't too late. Where's your phone? My phone? Why would you need my phone? I need your phone. Now. I don't have it with me. It must be with the things we brought to the motel. Then I need to go find it. Wait, we can do that later, right? No. Right now. I might not have the courage later. I reach for my keys, but she embraces me tightly before I do. This actually surprises me enough to lose my balance and fall on the bed. She falls on top of me. She proceeds to kiss every inch of my face without end, every time saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you." I need to go, yet she didn't budge. "I love you, I love you, I love you." I decided that this situation would lead us nowhere. I can't show affection. Not now of all times. Not wanting to hurt her any further than I already did, I get up to my feet while lifting her and keeping her close in my arm. It's like a piggyback, but in reverse. She has her face on my chest, and I can feel my shirt getting wet from her tears. I have her ass in my hands to support her, and I'm actually kind of happy with this situation since I very much like her ass. Wow, this was... Isn't this supposed to be serious? Anyway, I walked her all the way to the car in this position, not minding the breakfast she did for the both of us. She didn't want to let go of me, but everything has an end, doesn't it? The ride to the motel was a silent one. She was looking at the sky, completely devoid of expression. What is happening to her? Is there something she doesn't want me to see at the motel? Not that I mind, really. She has every right. I can no longer try to control her. I can no longer. We got out of the car, and surprisingly, she led the way. She unlocked the door and opened it for me. As soon as we entered, I directed myself to our bags. I took both our phones and walked back to her. "Sorry, I need to do something alone. Wait for me here, will you?" She didn't answer. She looked at me with those eyes. Those eyes that I almost forgot about. Her darkness met mine. I tried to ignore her and pass by her, but she didn't let me. Move. Say, "Do you love me?" She finally asked it. She never did before, but now she did. I don't have time for this. Answer me. Do you love me? I said, move. I lifted my hand at her mechanically, and she didn't cower. She didn't blink. She didn't fear me at all. It didn't work. Well, sure it didn't. It didn't because I would never hit her. Do you love me? I don't have a choice, do I? Yes, I do. A dark smile. Enough to throw your life away for me? Yes. I say so with complete certainty. I see. Her smile disappears. I try to move again, but she blurts out something unexpected the moment I do so. Let's go back to the other hotel room. Let me have one last night. Then you can do whatever you want. Sorry, but I can't. What I'm about to do is because I love you, Cassandra. She bites her lips hard before returning her eyes on me. She tried. For that, she tried. To smile, but couldn't, which created this expression in between happiness and complete despair. You said it. You finally said it. My full name. Didn't I ever call her by her full name before? I try to say something, anything, but she shakes her head from left to right. She opens the door behind her to let me out. ... I walk past her coldly. If only she knew how much I love her, how much I would kill for it. And that's exactly why I must do this. Before leaving her sight, Before leaving her sight, she says something to me. For whatever reason, my hands are like super shaky, so I keep accidentally clicking the mouse. So I apologize about that. Tim, could you go buy me some tampons while you're at it? What? Bro, she asked you to buy her some fucking tampons, dude. I look back at her. She's regained her smile, as though all of this was just an act. Please? I kinda need it, you know. Can't be helped, I guess. I pass my hand inside of my hair before waving goodbye at her. She doesn't follow suit. She simply looks at me until I turn the corner. What is she? Chapter 13. A puzzling call. Wait. Alright, so that's it for today's video. If you liked it, you can leave a like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what other visual novels you would like to hear me read, or if there are any games you would like to see me play. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Spookiest Ghost, and I will see you next time, hopefully.